Sheikh Gumi, asking the southeastern governors to arm Igbo youths to fight themselves is another secret agenda of Islamization by the Fulani man. So Igbo youths will fight Igbo youth will fight Igbo youth. Before you know it, they will start fighting their father and their mothers, thereby throwing the land of Biafra into what? Fire, unseizable one. Anyway, Sheikh Gumi, a Muslim or Islamic cleric, was banned from coming to Riyadh, Mecca, Medina by Saudi authority. Why? It is because of his jihadist, agenda, because of his jihadist character and appearance. Everything about Sheikh Gumi is based on religious bigotry, religious over-inclination. His love for Islamic religion has estranged him, as I'm talking to you now, from Mecca. He cannot go to the Holy Land again because he was romancing Mamu. Mamu was a terrorist sponsored by Iran, arrested by FBI at Cairo Airport, Egypt, en route Tehran. He did not know he was being followed by American FBI many years. They were working on him, spying on him until he was arrested at Cairo. That matter, Nigerian government could not follow it up. He was a good friend of Sheikh. Even they went to Mamu's house. They found many incriminating materials that link him to Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and all the rest of terrorist platform across Africa like Al-Shabaab, Boko Haram, and so on and so forth. Mamu is cooling it off in the United States of America. I might not even be, telling people in detail or meticulously here because federal government could not follow that case. They swept it under the carpet. It was during the regime of the almighty Muhammad Buhari, who has brought all manners of vices in Nigeria into Nigerian political system. Mamu case is now down. The reason why I'm just coming to envelope that is that Mamu and the Sheikh Gumi are like salt and oil. Tell me whom you are. I will tell you who your friend is. It's because of their too much, closeness that has brought that kind of suspicion that Sheikh Gumi could say anything and he will actually go scot-free. Asking the southeastern governors to arm Igbo youths to fight themselves is another secret agenda of Islamization by the Fulani man. So Igbo youths will fight Igbo youth will fight Igbo youth. Before you know it, they will start fighting their father and their mothers, thereby throwing the land of Biafra into what? Fire, unseizable one. But game up for him. We've seen it earlier, and we've even discussed it on social media that Mamu has come with their schemings, their crafty plans to manipulate Igbo man into ceaseless insecurity or criminalities once more, or into gun running. That is a suggestion that is what? Going towards militarization of southeastern Nigeria. Just because of Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration, you see that area, that region, is gradually, heaping on it. I mean, militarization is coming up. When people are using gun, everybody is armed. Don't you know that that place is not safe? What a bad suggestion. A suggestion that is even enough to arrest him and put him in detention. But today, you see now the camp that is agitating for freedom of Igbo man is being cooling his head at DSS facilities. Simple because he's a man of the truth. Simple because he's a freedom fighter. So what are we saying? Gumi could say anything. It is because it is leading to Igbo man's destruction. That's why Tinubu administration could not even take him serious. Igbo man is a person of interests in Nigeria. We are like golden fish. All accusations, adversities, hostilities are leading towards that region to go and devastate them. But once you are with God, you are the majority.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ralph. On this matter, do you think Asari Dokubo is inclusive in what is happening? Asari Dokubo, do you think is part of the whole, like the one you saw?
So much during the regime of Buhari, I mean the previous administration, Asari Dokubo has come on a glaring set, to tell the whole world that he was one of the forces that were constituting, the kidnappers along Abuja-Kaduna Road, most of the southeast, especially the shooting. Professor Akunyili. Professor Chika Akunyili, the husband of the demised, you know, what do you call it, that DIG of, what do you call that platform, you know? The woman that was later become information minister under Jonathan was NAFDAC DIG. Her husband was disallowed. Asari God has come out to say that he was working for Buhari. Buhari was paying him. He was among the you know, he was just trying to tell Tinubu to employ him. That was at the eve of Tinubu's administration, 2023. He welded AK-47 at Igbo man that he's going to finish the Igbos, going to finish Nnamdi Kanu. Federal government could not arrest him. Nobody said anything about it. He later asked Igbo for forgiveness. Asari Dokubo is more or less encroaching serious insecurity, you know, danger across southeastern Nigeria. He is not exempted. He is among the people that are constituting insecurity in Igbo land. All manners of bloody criminalities. Asari Dokubo's at least alliance could not at least be ruled out. He is part and parcel of that. He told it to Igbo man. He made his own stance clear immediately Tinubu won 2023 presidential election. That is going to cause more trouble for the Igbo man. This one, we don't need to go to court about it because he actually, you know, calmed it. Yes. Yes, by himself. Nobody will just say, let us call police or let us go to court. No, he did it himself. By himself, he did the video by himself. He went to Acer Rock and actually told them what he was about to do to Igbo man. So what is happening in Igbo land, Asari Dokubo's boys and he himself could not be ruled out of it. He is part of the people constituting insecurity in southeastern Nigeria. He is guilty because he actually showed himself on the camera. The kidnapping of that informer, the GTB, either director or whatever, the lady that after collecting ransom from her family, they steal and threw her inside the gutter. A fair lady like that. These are people that are doing this. I don't see reasons why or behind it that Ebonyi youth will just come up, introduce into their community, collect money from them, and allow to set the whole village ablaze. All the villagers, Ebonyi youth, and so what? How? What could be behind that action? How much are you going to pay Igbo man to sell off his community? It is not possible. All these are being cooked by the hegemonies to at least bring the business or transaction of agitation for Biafra down. Igbo man is not against his brothers. And letting in Igbo land is a strange thing. It has never been before. It was only when Buhari regime started in 2015 that we begin to see all manners of these strange happenings in Igbo land. Igbo man, they love themselves. They don't fight themselves.
Thank you very much, Mr. Raf. So that's it on that. Let's talk about briefly on Simon Ekpa current updates. Yes. We had it's alleged that 18 foreign lawyers are set to defend Simon Ekpa in the Finnish government. What do you have to say about this? 18 foreign lawyers are set to defend Simon Ekpa. What's your take on this?
Okay. Anyway, I'm on the news. I know about it, but I want to tell you that it is just a walkover. You know, the reason why I'm using the word walkover is a walkover for Simon Ekpa's case, because those 18 lawyers, they are just entering the court to assure them that they are not absent. They just want to go there and answer present, because Simon Ekpa has no case to answer. Ekpa is a man that, you know, keeps the Biafra agitation aglow after Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration in 2021. Ekpa has no case. Ekpa has no case. The people that are living in Nigeria, the political opponents, each and every one of them in the southeastern Nigeria, are the one orchestrating insecurity in Anambra State, in Imo State, Abia State, Ebonyi State, and Enugu State. It is not Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is on his own, doing his good job in that highly designated positions in Finland government. Simon Ekpa has not offended anybody. He's a man that I know that went to Finland based on scholarship. On getting to that place, he was given a designated position in Finland government after doing well with Finnish military. He has now graduated to working as a civilian in government of Finland. And today, Nigeria is accusing him of what he has not done. The people that should be answerable to any case of insecurity in the southeastern Nigeria are the people that are mounting over 3,000 road block men in the southeastern Nigeria. These are living our youth every nook and cranny of that region. They are the ones that can answer cases of what? Criminalities. Simon Ekpa is not guilty of any offense. Nigeria gave him scholarship. He returned the golden medal that Nigeria gave him that scholarship for. He returned it to Nigeria. Today, Simon Ekpa is on his own. He's not even enjoying dual citizenship as in Nigeria as one of the countries, but Biafra as one of the countries. It should allow Simon Ekpa to be. Those 18 lawyers, they are just going there to answer present. We are here for him. Because it is a walkover. A walkover is when you don't need to contend with any team or any group or any bench of lawyers in the court of law. You enter the court, you just walk out. Because your opponents, your opposition, they are not there to contend with you. Simon Ekpa has been free since. Finland is pranking on Nigerian government. They are playing pranks on Nigerian government. Yeah, I'm telling you. Ekpa is not inside. Ekpa is in his house, but his movement is restricted for security purpose. Nigerian government has paid money in the past to net him. Currently, he is avoiding that. Based on security reports, Finland said he should stay off the streets and social media to avoid nation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Would you say that Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is discharging her duties very well in the absence of PM Simon Ekpa?
If he's not doing her job well, Simon Ekpa wouldn't have given her that position. Orabueze, I think none of them is doing bad when you talk about leadership. So leadership is not by how you look, whether you are tall or small. No, it is inborn. It is something that one at least inherits. Sometimes you read it, sometimes you just acquire it on your own. So Orabueze, I think we are seeing the charisma this time around. Has not done anything wrong after the first correction given to him when there was fracas after declaration of Biafra in Finland. So we see Ohaneze at least living up to expectation. He's doing all his consultation and meetings very well, where he has already aligned with Russia for Russia to be one of the allies of this great nation called Biafra. He has always finished his job in the cabinet, American Congress. They have actually recognized Biafra, and Trump is going to do something about the declaration made in faraway Finland. So Ohaneze administration of leadership, I think, is taking us somewhere. Ohaneze, Orabueze is taking us somewhere, and we, the people of Biafra, are appreciating him. How?
Thank you very much, Mr. Rao. Finally, I want to ask, with the happenings in the Southeast, what can you say that Ohaneze and Ndigbo is doing to stop all of this? Let's leave the governors. We already...
Ohaneze and Ndigbo now, game has changed hand. We've seen the Juarez, we've seen the Ibibios, we've seen the Efek, then the Doma, the Gala, the Bini, the Acer, the Homba, Hodo, Ibanke. All these are part, not all, of Ohaneze. And we've seen how it has gone to Ikwere. Ikwere is the one carrying that stool if it has to do with royalty. Ikwere man is now Ohaneze overall. Director General, President, or whatever we call it. It has fallen into Ikwere. They are the one that is championing Ohaneze activities now. So the man was just elected. It's not up to 2 months or 1 month now. He's just gotten into that position. Is Mr. John, I think, Mbata. So John Mbata is needed much briefings on how to operate. He cannot just take that position and start, elaborating, giving instruction, visiting Tinubu and all concerned or constituted authority to at least address insecurity in the southeastern Nigeria. The man is still a newcomer. But notwithstanding, there were Ohaneze, presidents in the past, at least the immediate one that just died of recent, Iwayan. Anyway, he tried. Iwayan worked hard. Iwayan worked to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is out, to make sure that the insecurity in the southeastern Nigeria is brought to check or uncheck. Iwayan tried on his own. But what we are saying is that largely, the Ohanezes in the past did not do anything. They have not done much. In fact, I've not seen anything they have done. That's why we just are observing this newly elected man, chairman of Ohaneze from Ikwere. So we are looking up to him to know how he's going to do it. Because the people in the past have not done enough. In fact, they have not done anything. They even align with the North because of the kind of things they are saying. The Ohaneze people I know that actually tried in the past were people like, he was not Ohaneze chairman or just a member, Okwadike One, as if the former governor of Anambra State. He did his best to make sure that Igbo land at least witness peace and tranquility. Obiozo, the demised one, he did his best to make sure that Igbo man, at least Igbo land, witness peace or experience peace. Enyin Nwodo, yes, Enyin Nwodo, he did his best. He was an orator. He tried his best to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is released, to make sure that there is peace or there was peace in Igbo land during his own tenure. Then there are many of them, but their own modus operandi again, operandis, it surprises people like us, because sometimes they talk A, they will say B tomorrow. They are unstable. So that's why I'm saying that they didn't do much. But in the regard of releasing Nnamdi Kanu, there was never a time Nnamdi Kanu went to court that Ohanezes did not at least accompany him to. They were there with him. They spoke with him. They play important role on the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even recently, they are working around the clock with other able-bodied Igbo men in diaspora to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is out of DSS cage. So the current Ohaneze man leader is a newcomer. I think time should tell. We should give him small time to at least to study the political, angle of Ohaneze before he starts, taking action.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ralph. It was great having you on set today. To our viewers, kindly like, share, subscribe, drop your comments on what you think. And if you're joining us for the first time, please subscribe. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Everybody has right to enjoy free world, free education, free religion, everything free. That is why God has brought us here.